There's a huge housing issue in the Warner Robins area. Now the city is actually taking action. What's up everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Mischa Thompson, your favorite Warner Robins real estate agent with The Real Broker, and I helped numerous people to buy and sell real estate here in the Warner Robins area. So if you're looking to buy or sell, my contact information is in the description below. Let's get right into it. We all know over the last 2 years, it was extremely crazy and difficult here in the Warner Robins area. And not only here, but nationwide. The Feds artificially decreased the interest rates to a historical low due to the pandemic, and they did not want the housing market to suffer and crash because it's a big economic driving factor here in the US. In mid-May of this year, we saw the shift start to happening. The Feds started to increase the rates. They pretty much doubled the rates within 2 months from 3.5 to 7%. And that eliminated a lot of the buyers out there. So the market started to slow down significantly. There is no crash. It's a market shift that we needed. But with the interest rates, a lot of the buyers got pushed out of the market. On the other hand, the inventory here in the Warner Robins area did not increase at all. I mean, we still don't have any houses on the market. We do have houses on the market, of course, but it's still historically low. We do not see the effect of the market change as much as other areas. One reason for that is probably Robins Air Force Base. We have continuously people moving in and people moving out. A lot of them are buying homes. So our inventory is not increasing as fast. Yes, buyers do have the upper hand now, finally, after 2 years, where they can negotiate actually prices, incentives from sellers, closing costs, buy downs, all that good stuff. Inventory still hasn't increased. Prices have not dropped here in the Warner Robins area. If you look at this graph right here, you see that the prices didn't really drop much. Houses are still being sold. That leads us to the actual problem that there is no housing. Even though that we had numerous builders build a lot of homes. I mean, there were a lot of new developments, new builders coming back into the area, building new subdivisions, but those were not priced for the workforce. The city started to acknowledging that there is a huge problem in Warner Robins for affordable and good housing. And since there is not much of a change in Warner Robins, other than the market being slower because less people want to buy at those high interest rates, and the prices are not dropping as much as in other areas, for the regular workforce, there is just not much out there. And now that the city acknowledges that, the city actually met beginning of November with 50 builders and developers from all over the nation to figure out a game plan, and they want to challenge that problem that we have right now. According to the city, by the end of 2022, which is in a month and a half, 500 plus new construction single family homes should be completed. And even with those 500 new single family homes, the multifamily market is still outpacing the single family stock, which is insane. And a lot of people don't want to live in a multifamily or a rental. They want to own their own home. But right now it's just not possible at all. This city also added to that statement, the real estate market currently is a big factor that does not help. And the problem with that is, as I mentioned, there's no inventory and the prices did not drop as of yet. Yes, buyers can ask for closing cost or 2-to-1 buy down if you want to know what that is. My contact information is in the description below. Sellers can buy down your interest rate, which would help you purchase a property. Even though with all those incentives that are given to buyers or the possibility of maybe negotiating a little lower price, it does not really help the housing market. It's just not. The city wants to help that. So that's why they met with 50 developers and home builders to figure out a way to get more new developments going with more good and affordable housing options for the workforce. And man, oh man, do we need that. Because when it comes to affordability, what is affordable? The average price point in the Warner Robins area is at $250,000. $250,000 is not affordable to a lot of people, especially with 7% interest rates. Hopefully, our interest rates will drop a little bit more and kind of level at 5 to 6%, within the next 2 years. But who knows? We do not have that glass ball where we can predict the future. Nevertheless, we don't know where the market is heading. Our mayor, LaRhonda Patrick, she said that there is a drastic need for our essential workers, our medical professionals, our teachers, our firemen, policemen, as well as military members and their families to be able to live, work, and play within the city limits of Warner Robins. And I could not agree more with that statement. We need to work on that as fast as we actually can, because it does not seem like it's changing right now with any other action taken. She actually goes on in that statement and says that every citizen of the city of Warner Robins should have the opportunity for quality and affordable workforce housing. Yes, ma'am, 100% with you on that. So the city met with those 50 home builders and developers, not only to get more developments going, because I know that there are people that are tired of developments in Warner Robins, but the goal is to get affordability going when it comes to housing and development. Quality housing, but affordable. And we definitely need that. That is a point that the city made clear. The city also is trying to ensure that they cut some of the red tape that has to do with new construction and new development to make it easier for developers and builders to build those affordable and quality homes for the workforce. With all that being said, the city is working on making that happen. Hopefully our inventory will rise and people have more choices to actually purchase a home. The workforce needs it. All the other people need it too. In my opinion, it is the right step that our city and the mayor is taking to get that issue resolved. And I hope it will resolve it, or at least help it. Warner Robins is growing like crazy. There are more and more companies coming into town, which means more and more demand for housing, and we need to figure it out. Our city's director of community and the economic development department, Kate Hogan, said the Warner Robins growth is insane. She probably didn't use insane as a word, but she said that Warner Robins is growing and growing. She thinks our community will be growing even further. They think that the multifamily sector within the Warner Robins area will increase by 54%. That's a lot. So the city needs to do something. They took the right step. They took the initiative. Overall, in the Warner Robins area right now, there are more single family homes being built than the current demand calls for. Current demand. Who knows what the demand is next year, what the interest rates do. You can't time the market. That's the worst thing you ever can try to do, because it's just not working. But I hope those steps taken by the city, I hope that brings us some relief in the real estate market. But I want to know what you think. Is it good that the city is stepping in or decided to do something? Do you think it is going to help the Warner Robins real estate market? Please let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, because I want to hear from you what your thoughts are on this whole topic. I, as a real estate agent, I applaud the city and our mayor for doing that, because I think it's a really good thing that they are jumping into action. Like our mayor said, our essential workers, medical professionals, teachers, police and firemen, city and county workers, as well as military members and their families, they need it. This was my little video for this week about what is going on in the Warner Robins housing market and how the city is trying to better the situation that we are in. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the comments below. I can tell you, as a buyer right now, there are more opportunities to get a better deal, to get some incentives, not only from resale properties, but also builders are given more because they just cannot get rid of the houses. I did a video actually about exactly that and predicted that a couple of months ago, that we will see more incentives given by the builders at the end of the year, and this is exactly what we're seeing. If you want to see that video, check it out right here. I hope I see you in the next one.